Right now at 10, we have your recap and analysis of the Jacksonville Sheriff's debate. 5 candidates sharing the stage tonight and answering your top questions about crime, police transparency, and race relations. The only televised debate for the sheriff's race wrapped up just an hour ago.
News4Jax teamed up with the Public Policy Institute at Jacksonville University to make it happen. News4Jax anchor Ken Justice was our moderator and just spoke with our News4Jax political expert about his key takeaways from tonight's debate. Also, News4Jax reporter Scott Johnson and Jim Piggott were also there. We begin with Jim, live at Jacksonville University. Jim?
You know, I'm outside the auditorium where this was held. They're wrapping all of this up, but I got to tell you, there was a lot of information exchanged among those 5 candidates. And I think one thing that was very vital and interesting and new that we hadn't heard was a question put to them by the moderator, Kent Justice, about race.
Let's talk about race. Nat Glover was the first and only black sheriff of the 20th century in the state of Florida. One of you is going to be the second black sheriff in Jacksonville, one of the very few in the history of Florida. So as sheriff, what would you do about race relations and developing trust between Jacksonville police and the black community? So
I think there's a belief that we don't get along with our African American and black community. I'm a guy that I believe in sitting down and talking. I believe in going out and meeting people. I believe in being accessible. I've been accessible my entire career. I meet with people that may be an adversary, but by the time we get done talking, we're advocates for one another and we're friends. And I think it requires that. It requires us to get closer to our community.
It's important that our next sheriff have the pulse of the community. I've been in the trenches my entire career, but particularly over the last year and a half. Right now, we have 2 cities in one. And you can, if you have a leader, they have to be bold enough to speak the truth. The truth of the matter is there are communities all over our city that has a distrust for the police. That's unacceptable, and we have to address it. So racial issues, we do have racial issues, and we have to address it.
Yes, so there is a divide in this city. We must first identify a problem if we're going to try to fix the problem. And that comes that we need to build trust through a relationship, be accountable from the top, be accessible to the whole community, have compassion about how we go about doing our job, and then being transparent in all our communications and processes. I think one of the reasons why Sheriff Glover was so successful when he was sheriff, because he was from the neighborhood. He understood that to be sheriff, you had to be willing to go everywhere to serve everyone.
The trust between the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the public has been broken for decades, folks. We haven't done enough as an agency to regain that trust. I'm proposing a public accountability office inside the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office with a body of your peers. Fort Myers is doing it, St. Petersburg, Orlando, Tampa, and Atlanta has gotten on board with these initiatives. I also want to expand the size of the Community Affairs Division to make sure that we conduct those positive outreach operations to the youth so we can keep them engaged as well. I also want to increase minority hiring inside the agency so that the agency can reflect the community that it serves.
JSO is a nationally accredited agency. I was a part of that first accreditation process in 1992. And according to accreditation, it requires that your sheriff's office looks like the community that you serve, diverse, inclusive, and all of the above. And one of the major things it talks about is transparency. As your sheriff, I will ensure that you're treated fairly and equally under the law, no matter what zip code you live in. I come from the other side of the tracks. I grew up in Washington Heights. I lived in the back of a station wagon eating bologna sandwiches for dinner. I understand the plight of certain groups of people, and I can address it as your sheriff.
You know, the interesting thing about this debate and this upcoming special election for sheriff, it was because Mike Williams retired early. Well, one person in the audience tonight was Mike Williams. I did try talking to him. I went after him and I asked him a couple of questions. Here's what he told me. Overall, do you think this was a fair debate?
I think so, and I think TK did a great job.
You did that? Well, can you talk to you a little about how things have been going? Excuse me. But how have things been since you've retired? You know, and that was because of the special election, because these candidates really weren't going to run until about a year from now in the city elections there. But this is coming up. So coming up, all new at 11, we're going to hear more from them about the transparency issue. It's a word we've heard a lot about lately, and we're going to hear what each of them has to say about it. For now, we're live at JU. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.